Well, all right!
Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here in the world famous As It Should Be studios. And what we got here is Crystal Durant in the world famous As It Should Be studios.
Hi!
And we also have Tommy Von Voigt in the world famous As It Should Be studios. You're supposed to imitate her, not me.
I imitated her too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah,
It came in hot.
I was looking at the camera. I was transfixed by the
He
camera.
was coming in hot.
Well,
Hello.
Hot.
he didn't read the script. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway.
It's right there on the teleprompter, Tommy.
Script.
Hello?
You got jokes, Bertolino.
Come on, read the Chiron.
In the prompter.
Read the Chiron.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to be discussing our favorite albums of 2009.
Are we?
Anybody feeling fine?
Are feeling fine on cloud nine. You
And
can do what you want to
We
do.
figured we would let the person who was going to bring the most love for the year start.
That would be Thomas.
And so, and we Crystal and I discussed it. We thought Tommy is
Tommy
the
has
man.
to do it. Yeah.
Tommy is the one.
Obviously.
Can you feel the love for 2009? If you can, you're mistaking. It's not actually. You're confusing it with another emotion.
Boo.
Yes. I have for 2009 a top 4.
Well, nobody can say he's not stagnant.
Yeah.
He's
tried.
just been four.
Four. Consistent.
Boom,
Consistent.
boom, getting
He's
that
on the
shit done. What's up?
We're at the club. Four on the floor. Yeah.
Boom, boom. So, my number
4,
for 2009
8, 9
is For Your Entertainment, Adam Lambert.
Oh,
Yes.
Lord.
Okay.
Yes.
Adam Glambert.
Adam Lambert. Now, there's some hokey shit on this album. There's also some amazing shit
can
on this
sing his
album.
ass off.
Holy shit, does that dude have some fucking
He's got
pipes.
some pipes, boy.
People still fucking dump on him. I don't know why. I saw him live doing the Adam Lambert and Queen thing.
He destroyed.
He holds his fucking own. If
Yes,
you
he
can get
does.
on stage in a stadium and do a whole fucking set of Freddie Mercury stuff and crush it,
Yeah.
and when he does Who Wants to Live Forever,
Forget it.
brings the house down.
Forget
This
it.
motherfucker can sing. Holy shit, he could sing.
Great shows.
And there's some really awesome stuff on this album, especially the song written by Justin Hawkins.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yes, so good. My number 3, speaking of Justin Hawkins,
Uh-oh.
The Darkness Are Not Yet Back.
No.
They broke up because of cocaine, and Justin Hawkins was going to do, yes, basically because, literally because of cocaine.
I know, yeah.
And Justin was going to do a solo album, and then the other guys put together a band called Stone Gods with one of their roadies taking Justin's place. And it's not good. It's
One of their
just
roadies?
crap. It's boring core. But Justin was working on a solo album, and then that kind of morphed into a new band that he called Hot Leg, and they put out their debut in 2009 called Red Light Fever.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that band name. I didn't know it was
Hot
him.
Leg.
That was Justin Hawkins, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Some
right.
really fun stuff on here.
Okay.
I mean, this album comes out and we're like, oh, God, this is why we love The Darkness so much. Justin, when he's at his best, is just killing it.
All right.
My number 2. So, okay. So, my number 2 is a problematic artist.
Oh.
It is a very...
Prepare to cancel him.
It is it is a problematic artist. They are a one-joke band, this next artist. And unfortunately, they have kept that joke going for more than 2 decades. And that joke is problematic because it is just a bunch of crude, sexist nonsense. And that would be Steel Panther with Feel the Steel.
Oh, Steel Panther.
Now, here's the thing, though. This is their debut album. Actually, they had been slogging it out in L.A.
For a long time.
close to like 10 years prior to that. I mean, the singer and the guitar player had a Van Halen tribute project together. I think the Atomic Punks.
Yes, and I saw them before I left Los Angeles in 1990.
They were probably amazing
They were really good.
because Michael Starr, the singer, I think his name is actually Ralph Sands.
Yeah.
God, what a set of pipes on him.
Incredible. They were great.
The guitarist, Satchel, incredible player. I mean, these guys are they're like legit.
They're really
These guys
good.
are the real deal.
Yeah.
They could be like top flight session players. And they were doing Atomic Punks, and then they put together like this 80s tribute, like a glam metal parody tribute thing that they were doing I think at the Viper Room, and it was called Metal Shop.
Right.
And then they changed it to Metal School, and they put like an EP, and then they did that Danger Kitty commercial. Remember that credit card commercial?
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Where they play this band Danger Kitty, who like get a huge advance, and they blow it all on girls and like a limousine with a hot tub in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was them.
Yeah.
And so just years of like becoming this underground sensation in LA that like once a week everyone would go and celebrities would go and they'd sit in with them and they'd sing songs with them. And finally they changed it to Steel Panther and they put out an album of original material in 2009. The thing is the album actually kicks ass. The music is amazing. The songwriting is really, really strong. Like these are excellent rock and metal songs. The problem is what they're all about. And it's all the same shit. It's all, fucking girls and my dick and my dick and my dick.
Yeah.
And,
well, they're doing metal right down the line.
Yeah, but the thing is that metal was never that like over the top and in your face with it. They would at least, even at its worst, they were at least trying to be clever. And these guys would just be basically trying to be stupid with it and be over the top.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
But the thing is they kept doing it, and every album subsequently after that, the writing wasn't as good, but the joke stayed the same. And like each one would have like one really strong hit, and the rest of it would be filler. But this album actually kicks ass from like start to finish. It really is that good. So to the point where I look past the lyrics being so stupid and sexist and dumb. Yeah. But my number one, if you watched last week's episode, you already knew this was probably coming, and that would be the Fame Monster, Lady Gaga.
Yes.
So she absolutely exploded globally, and then they reissued the Fame, and they reissued it with like 8 additional tracks, enough to basically technically qualify as a second album.
Yeah.
So they put it out as a double album called the Fame Monster. And all those bonus tracks they added to it some of them were even better than the shit on the first album. Like this is the one that's got Bad Romance
on it.
It's great stuff.
The production is great.
Yeah.
Her singing is great. The songs are great. It's great. I love it.
Speechless on this album.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Hot.
Yeah. It's just fantastic work. And unfortunately, after here, it starts going downhill.
Then she starts ripping off Madonna.
Ouch.
Well, yeah, Born This Way is really...
don't go for second best, baby.
I mean, come on.
We're jumping ahead a little bit here because that's 2 years from now,
ago,
but...
Oh, so in other words, it's going to be discussed.
A couple years. It's going to get discussed, but not on my best of list, because when Born This Way was about to come out and they dropped the first single, Judas, I was like, whoa! Judas fucking slaps. I was like, if the whole record is like Judas, I can't wait. And unfortunately, it's not.
No.
But anyway, my number one for 2009, Lady Gaga, The Fame Monster.
Agreed.
Yep.
Well.
Yes, well, indeed.
Well.
Welly, well.
Well.
When it's real. Wendy's is absolutely the real deal, especially for Gary and I. We grew up in Westerville, Ohio, which isn't too far away from the first Wendy's location. On my birthday every year, I used to go to Wendy's with my mom. And no lie, I still do this. I get 2 single cheese plain with extra cheese. When it's real, you know when it's real. You know when it's real.
Got a Wendy's story to share? Go to wendysrealtime.com.
Well, all right, Crystal. You got a list?
Oh, yeah, for 2009, I got a list. Oh, yeah. But first, we got some fun facts.
Oh!
Here's the first fun fact. Lady Gaga's debut single, Just Dance, hit number 1 at this point in time.
That's a little, that's sort of,
It took a long...
Yeah, I was going to say,
slow
that's a
burn.
little late.
Slow build, and then
burn,
all of a
but
sudden she was
it
the
became
biggest
number
thing
1.
ever.
Yeah, it was.
okay.
It was a
Yeah.
hit. Alison Krauss and Robert Plant won 5 Grammys for Rising Sand. Yes, 5 Grammys, and it won Album of the Year that year.
It was. We were hearing all about that album.
Woo-wee.
I remember it was a huge thing.
Yeah, it was big, and it's not good. Phil Spector was found guilty of murdering Lana Clarkson, sentenced to 19 years in prison. Remember that?
Oh, Phil.
We
His
all
hair
do.
was all crazy, and
More importantly, do you remember his hair?
yes, and the oh boy,
The hair. Anybody remembers the Hair Bear Bunch?
That was a wig.
it was a
Which
crazy
is the
ass
craziest
wig.
thing. It was a wig.
Yeah. So that was chosen hair.
Yes.
That wasn't. Yeah.
Because you always want to look your best for court, especially when you're up on murder charges. That's what you do. Then I got Susan Boyle's "I Dreamed a Dream" from Britain's Got Talent. Got 200 million YouTube views.
Yeah.
200 million.
This was the year of Susan Boyle, wasn't it?
Forgot all about her.
She, you saw Simon laughing at her. Oh, she's this fat housefrau from, Brixton or whatever. And she came out there and blew everybody away because her voice is fantastic.
I dreamed a dream.
And put out the album and toured and, lost weight and got her teeth fixed because she was British. And, wound up
What
crushing
a
it.
weird ride for her, because
Very
where she
strange.
came from and then where she went so quickly, and now she's just like, kind of like sitting there, just like kind of smoking, going, "Damn."
Yeah. And to be like she was in her 50s at the time, I guess, or something, which was just a total fluke. But I'm happy for her. Then I got the last one is Men at Work got sued by Larrikin Records for the flute part in A Land Down Under because they said it was stolen from the Kookaburra nursery rhyme.
I remember this. That was some bullshit.
But eventually they lost the case, Men at Work.
I know they
As it
did.
should be.
Yeah.
What, that they should have lost it?
Oh, wait.
No, Men at Work lost.
Men at Work
I
lost.
thought you were. Okay, no, I had that backwards.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
no,
Men
no.
at Work should have
No,
won.
Men at
Yeah,
Work-
that's the problem.
Yeah.
It should have been that they won.
Sorry. When
It
you
took,
said
like-
that they lost, I thought you meant the people who brought
no,
up
no,
the
no,
case.
No.
It was
no.
a year or two later, but Men at Work
Yeah.
They
lost.
actually fucking triumphed over that, which was nonsense.
It was pretty crazy. I have no runners-up, but here's my list. Coming in at number 7, The Fame Monster.
Only 7.
I only got 7.
Well, she only had one last year.
I only had
know.
one last time,
So
yeah.
7.
Working with what you got
I only
here.
got 7, but at least I have the number correctly this time.
But you know what? Do like A, B, C, D.
Yeah, I'll put them in alphabetical order. A, B, C,
Maybe I'll
D.
make up my
F, G.
own.
Coming in at a G. I got The Fame Monster by Lady Gaga, Just Dance, Poker Face, Paparazzi, Love Game. Couldn't escape. They were even Muzak versions of that shit in elevators. I remember hearing Paparazzi in Muzak. I couldn't have been more happy. Coming in at F, we got
Poor Paul. Paul, you
I weep for future me.
You
Yeah.
look so put upon right now. You
number 6 /
Well, no,
F.
it's not that. It's all the Lady Gaga talk.
Yeah, that's what's killing him. Coming at number 6 / F is We Started Nothing by the Ting Tings. Remember the Ting Tings?
Vaguely.
No.
Yeah. That's not my name. You call me
that's
Stacy.
right.
They call me Bap.
Oh, fuck, I do remember
That's not my name.
That's not my name.
All
I
this
like
shit
it.
that you have brought up and said, Paul, have you heard this? And I've been like, no. And you're like, you haven't fucking. That I've
Finally.
heard. That I've heard.
Finally,
and you
you
know
heard
that's
it.
not my name.
Yeah.
That one
God.
you know.
And the other one is Shut Up and Let Me Go. Hey. I love it because it's fun, poppy, snappy peppy. There goes Paul.
It's so bratty.
It's so bratty. I love it. Ting Tings. It's art pop. That's the category, art pop.
It's Shark Pop.
Shark Pop.
More like.
Coming in at number 5 / E is Third by Portishead.
Portishead.
Yeah, I like Portishead. I think they're really good.
I haven't really checked them out. I'm kind of no dog in the race on that.
Were you at the when Britney?
No, I know Brittany does that, or she used to do it
used to do
annually.
that.
I don't think I
Yeah.
ever made any of those.
Really,
shows.
really good. Portishead. They're atmospheric and kooky with weird synthy sounds and noises and stuff. And the vocalist she's really great. I love them.
Blips and bloops.
Blips and blorps and bloops. Machine Gun, Magic Doors, and The Rip were the my favorite songs off of that album. And I think maybe they were hits. I don't know. A, B, C, D. Coming in at D / 4. Number 4 / D is Rising Down by The Roots. Another really great Roots record. And it's The Roots. If you know The Roots and you like The Roots, you will like this album. It's good. Coming in at ABC, number 3, D.
No.
3/C.
Three
C.
Oh, C, sorry. 3/C. Oh, yeah, ABC. Right. Is The Renaissance by Q-Tip. So
Q-Tip?
Q-Tip.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is the album where he is he's in a gray suit and he's standing and he's holding up this sampler tape deck machine. You don't see his face. But it's got a lot of good stuff on it, and the standouts to me were Move and Getting Up. Those are the two big singles off of that. I like it. Coming in at number 2/B is The Way I See It by Raphael Sadiq. And this album, I think, is one of his best because he used, like you described Bluebird studio.
Oh, Blackbird, yeah.
Right. So he didn't go there. He didn't record it there. But he used all vintage recording shit. Tape machines, the microphones, everything. It was all vintage. And it's beautiful, wonderful soul music with this vintage, authentic vintage feel. It's really great. Love That Girl, Let's Take a Walk, Let's Take a Walk. Nah, 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 nah. It sounds like songs Marvin Gaye would have written and sung. I'll put it that way.
How could you go wrong there?
How could you go wrong with that?
Really
It was great. And 100-Yard Dash. Those are the three big songs off that. And my number 1/A song album is Lay It Down by Al Green.
Oh.
Now, this record is Al Green's big comeback, if you will. And Amir and James Poyser from The Roots produced it. You know, did you get this record?
I didn't.
Did you hear songs off of it?
I've heard some of it, but he also kind of had a return to form around 2003 or 4 too.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is kind of part of that or if it was like yet another go around. Okay.
Yeah, it's another go round. And this is a record that sounds like it came out in 1974.
Right.
Let's say. It's super, high. It's super. What's the album? The label High Lit, High Note.
London.
Yeah,
it was part of. I think High was a subsidiary
of that, and Stax. It's very old school, and it's brilliant. Amir and James did an amazing job. I believe it won a couple of Grammys the following next year, and it's just great. James Poyser played all the keys. Amir produced it. The Roots played on it, and it is brilliant. Chef's kiss. It's so good. That's my number 1. Oh, so it's Dap King's horns were on it as well.
Oh,
John Legend sang on it, and Corinne Bailey Rae also sang on it, and did a beautiful duet with him. And it's brilliant. So if you missed that, which you probably did, because it wasn't really promoted that well, I don't think.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. It was featured on Jimmy Fallon or whatever because obviously Amir and James Poyser are in the band, and Al Green came on and sang a couple of songs, not just commercial bumpers, but like live in front of the studio audience, and man, it was great. So get on it. If you don't know about it, get on it because it's really, really good.
That's right.
That's right. That's my number 1. Oh yeah,
that's correct.
That's correct.
All right.
2009.
No, I'm not ready.
Come on, man.
Give it some thought.
All right.
Don't rush the man.
Yeah,
He's
I don't really want
to.
I just wasn't feeling it.
No,
he goes, "You're an artist."
I got you.
Yeah.
Take
You know,
your time.
Yeah.
It's part of the process.
I emailed you the list. Her plane just landed. Go!
I need a rush order of orchids. Thanks. Excuse me, I'm looking for a dog bed?
What kind of dog?
Oh. This kind?
Nice job.
Oh.
Stay a step ahead on the nation's fastest 3G network.
Dude, just made out with Mariah Carey.
AT&T. Now get 50% off these Samsung touchscreen phones after mail-in rebate. Only from AT&T.
All right, we're back.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and well, I think it's my turn, right?
It's your turn.
It's my turn. All right.
First, do you have a full 10 album list?
I do.
Do you have runners up?
I have one.
Well, hot biscuits.
Wow.
I have one honorable mention, and that is the Marionettes. Mary, one word, Onettes, second word, with an album called Islands. And it's kind of like, it's Swedish dream pop. It's like a Swedish dream pop band. Sounds kind of like the 80s stuff that I always liked the most, the dreamier and more ethereal kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's a little 80s, but I'm trying to think of a band that would represent, I don't know, but it's good.
Marionettes.
Take my word for it. All right, so now on to my 10 album list. So coming in at number 10, I have Jarvis Cocker with
he's
Further
back.
Complications.
Paul Core.
Yeah. That's not quite Paul Core, really.
Oh, no? Oh, okay.
Not really, because, not really. In fact, I played some of this stuff for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
This is kind of like Angular in that Bowie Scary Monsters kind of way.
Yes, that's
but with
why I
more
like it.
straight ahead guitar rock instrumentation. It's pretty good. I kind of like this record. Yeah.
He's so kooky.
And my number 9, Camera Obscura, My Maudlin Career.
Oh.
My Maudlin Career. I actually hadn't listened to them until this week. They kind of always struck me as a band that would annoy me, so I haven't bothered with them. They just seemed kind of precious and annoying, and I just never bothered. I listened and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I like it. I'm into it. Most notably, the vocals aren't annoying, because that's usually the thing with bands like this, is that the music will begin and I'll go, oh, okay, this has potential, and then the vocals come in, and I'm like, oh, no. There's some obnoxious affectation or something, and I'm just like, I can't deal. The vocals are really good on this, so I'm in.
All right.
All right, so number 8. Okay. Number 8 is Manic Street Preachers
What?
with Journal for Plague Lovers.
Wow.
Now,
Man,
another band that I remember from back in the day, saw them in magazines, heard about them 1,000 times, but never listened to them.
Right.
And so when I was making these lists and I was listening to things, I checked these guys out and I thought the record was pretty good. And then I started reading up on it, and there's all this crazy history behind this album that I had no idea about with these guys. Now, when they first came out, I don't know exactly what year they came out with the first album. It would have been in the 90s, I believe. And they made maybe 3 or 4 albums, and then they hit their sort of commercial peak with a particular album that I'm forgetting the name of. And right after they made this album, the guy, Richie Edwards, who was the guitarist and the main lyricist, vanished. He was supposed to, that day or the next day, get on a plane.
Oh, that was that guy.
Yes, he was supposed to get on a plane and come to the U.S. to do some promotion for the album and stuff, and he never showed up at the airport, and he vanished. And to this day...
he's gone.
To this day, they don't know if he's alive or dead.
That's fucking crazy.
And it was one of those things where, he was for weeks on end, for weeks leading up to his disappearance, he was drawing out 2,000 pounds a day or something like that.
Oh.
He was collecting money, and then he abandoned his car, and his car was abandoned near some bridge that people were known to jump off of. But they have no evidence that he jumped off. No body has ever washed ashore or nothing.
Wow. This sounds like some cult shit.
It's crazy shit. And there were a couple of instances where after he disappeared, where people, fans encountered him, but public didn't know that he was missing yet. So there wasn't anything weird about. They were just oh, I'm a fan. They didn't know oh my god, I found you. So there were a couple guys who were I ran into him at the fucking bus station over here.
Oh, so he didn't jump off the bridge then?
I guess.
Wow.
Well, they on Wikipedia they have everything on this date at this time, blah 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 blah. So there's all of that. So basically, they never figured out what happened to him. He never reappeared. To this day, like I said, they don't know if he's alive or dead. In 2008, this happened in 1995, by the way. Finally, in 2008, they, the authorities kind of said he's presumed dead. So he's officially presumed dead. And before he disappeared, he handed over a folder with a whole set of new lyrics that they just kind of sat on, because the band like continued after he vanished. They continued as a 3-piece and made other albums and had some success. When they made this album, they were like, they finally pulled that book out, and like, so all the lyrics on this album are his lyrics. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then of course that was kind of all they had of him, and then whatever they continued after that is just truly like post Richie Edwards in every way.
For some reason, I feel like Charlie Roth toured with those guys. I feel like they're on his list of bands that he played with.
Maybe
could be.
Well, maybe when
why.
he was with Blessed Union of Souls, they might have
Could be.
played
Or
with
it's
him.
just because it's 3 named bands, but yeah, I feel like.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good record that I really like. But it was just like reading about it was like, wow,
That's
I had
crazy.
no idea about any of this
nuts.
stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so my number seven, Cheap Trick with an album called The Latest. Super lame album name. But I actually like the record. I went through it and I thought it was a pretty strong later Cheap Trick album. I don't feel like that about every later Cheap Trick album. There's some that are really good, some that are like, whatever. I just toss aside. I found this one pretty good.
See, I had the opposite reaction. It was a couple of episodes ago. What was it? The album, was it Rockford?
Yes, and I hated. I didn't like.
And I
Rockford.
was like pleasantly surprised by
we were
it.
opposite on
and you
this.
were like, no. For
Oh.
this time, I checked that one out, hoping for another Rockford moment, and it was like,
So you listened to the latest,
I
and
did.
didn't like it as much
just
as Rockford.
didn't work for me. So
I
we're
didn't like
we're
Rockford, and I
flipping
like the
it.
latest.
Yeah.
See, Cheap Trick just can't please everyone.
No, they really can't.
All right. So number 6, a band that I know Tommy likes, because we've discussed it in our little texts.
Our text.
We have a text thread. It's like it's like the As It Should Be book. Really.
Yeah.
It's going to get published
The
one day.
behind the scenes
Yes.
of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arctic Monkeys with an album called Humbug.
Anything by Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, I thought you liked them.
I do not.
Oh,
They are
when
dumb.
they came up, were they on your hate list?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I remember you talking
Because
about
I
them, but
hate the
forgot.
name, first of all. Arctic
Yeah.
Monkeys. I can't stand the name, and I do not like them. My friend Bev, who's from England, shout out to Bev, she was like, "What? You don't like the Arctic Monkeys? What's the matter with you? You're bloody crazy." And I'm like, I'm not. That they stink. I don't like it.
I like it. I like it.
I believe they're one of those
like it.
bands that plays like Telecasters up high like
High and
this.
tight.
Oh, that I
Yeah.
don't know about.
And that right there, you do that shit, you're dead to me. And before I even get to the music, you're dead to me.
Well, wait, hold it.
It's problematic.
Hold it.
You have to, yes, you admit it's problematic.
It's problematic.
Yes,
Were you
it's
okay with High and Tight in the 60s?
It was a different time.
But were you okay with it then?
I wasn't around.
Were you okay with it then? Because you've seen videos of the Kinks.
I
and the
refuse
Who.
to answer this question. Actually,
See?
okay, you want to
See?
talk about you want to mention the Kinks? You ever seen the footage of Dave Davis
With the flying
playing
V.
with a flying V with his
Way up
arm
in
through
the
the
thing, I know.
fucking V?
Yeah, I've seen that.
What are you doing? Anyway,
I've seen that.
that's
All
our
right.
regularly scheduled
No,
program.
I've seen. Sorry, Paul. I just had that.
Yes, I've had little inner freakouts myself over this.
I can't get past
Why?
that.
Why?
Weird. The first time I saw it, I was like, I
Is
had
he
to stop the
joking?
video. I was like, wait a minute, is this a joke? Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, number 5. Ace Frehley.
Oh,
Ace
for
Frehley
Christ's sake.
What?
with Anomaly.
Anomaly.
And this was his first solo album back. Like this came out in 2009. His previous album had been like in 1989,
Oh, right, yeah.
and he had just been basically doing drugs and just walking around
Drinking.
going, "I'm famous," for like fucking the better part. Anybody want to do stuff for me because I have money and I'm
Anyone
famous?
got a bumper
Whatever I want.
Yeah, but Anomaly, obviously it's not great. Obviously it's not a pimple on the ass of the 78 solo album. But I like it.
Okay.
Are they
like-
good? There's good songs?
There are some good songs on it, and his voice isn't too far gone. Like, at this point now, he's just like mush mouthing his way through the songs, and they're pitch corrected to the point where it sounds like AI
AI freely.
AI friendly.
Oh shit!
AI friendly.
You heard it here
Freely,
first, people.
yes.
AI freely.
Wow, who is the band? Like the band who always
I don't
had?
remember.
Just a bunch of guys from Guitar Center.
Dudes who look like
basically.
dudes who look like he found them at Guitar Center.
It's really in the Guitar Center All
Center.
Stars.
All Stars, yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Wow, okay. All right.
But okay.
AI Freely.
AI Freely. Number 4, The Clientele with Bonfires on the Heath.
The Clientele. The name sort of rings a bell.
Yeah, it was just yet another one of those bands that I remember from the time. I remember seeing the name, and I just kind of, shrugged and didn't pay attention to it.
Right.
And I just listened to it, and damn, I've been missing out. Like, I really liked it. It's really, really good. It's more kind of that 60s influenced indie stuff. And
okay,
that can go
either way.
That can go one of two ways. Like, either I'm gonna find it fucking obnoxious and annoying, or I'm really gonna like it. This one goes in the right direction.
Okay.
So, number 3, The Return of Swing Out Sister.
Yay!
With Beautiful Mess. Yeah. Well, this actually came out in 2008 in other countries, but for whatever reason, it didn't come out here in the U.S. till 2009. So it's on my 2009 list. And initially, I chose to put it on this list instead of 2008 because at first, my 2008 list was really shaping up really nicely, and I was having a lot of trouble filling out 09. So I thought, I'll put it on that list. I need it over there.
It works.
But my number 2. Kiss with Sonic Boom. This is a very well-hated Kiss album. I like it. I fucking like it. Yeah, I don't like every song on it, but it's like basically Kiss trying to do 70s Kiss. Gene is succeeding. Paul can't go back any further than Creatures of the Night. Like, no matter how hard he tries, that's... Yeah, like, memory is erased prior to that. Like,
Wait.
82 is as old as he can get.
Do you mean vocal-wise or writing-wise?
Style-wise.
Oh, okay.
Like this, like Paul Stanley on this doesn't sound like 70s Paul Stanley. He kind of gets a little 80s Paul Stanley on it. Gene's songs sound like fucking Rock and Roll Over outtakes.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
I remember not liking this record when it came out. I didn't even bother revisiting it.
Yeah, I played a couple of those for you, and I remember,
Yeah.
Yeah, most people don't like this album, and I'm just going, man, I don't... When everybody hated this record, I mean, okay, I remember this album was about to come out, and, we saw the cover as like an homage to Rock and Roll Over, and I knew from reading about it that they were kind of trying to get back to basics and do kind of like 70s Kiss again. So I was really excited about it. It was their first album in years. The last album had been Psycho Circus in 98. And so I think this was 2009, so I think I probably found an early download of it before it came out. And I was at work that day, and I went on break, and I went out, and I went back to the alley, and I put on headphones, and I sat there, and I listened to the whole fucking album. And, I got choked up listening to it, because it was like, some of the songs on this were like, I have just been waiting for them to make a record that sounds like this since I was fucking 8 years old.
There you go.
It isn't all that, but there are many songs that are that, and it was like, I can't believe I'm hearing this. Like, the Gene songs, not all of them, but there are at least a couple of Gene songs on here that are, like, I'm telling you, they sound like Rock and Roll Over outtakes. And, yeah.
Some good stuff on there.
So, most Kiss fans fucking hate this album, and I'm just thinking, what the fuck do you people want? If they put out a fucking album that sounded modern, that sounded 80s, you guys would complain, because you guys like the 70s stuff. They put an album that has them doing the 70s shit. We think that sucks. Now I know why they don't make albums, because no matter what they do,
can't win.
It sucks. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
Can't win. Except
and I
for
dropped
those
this,
lunatics.
which I'm not going to use, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We haven't used the tie in a long time.
No. I'm going to have it here just because...
well, for nostalgia.
Yeah. But my number one. The great Lee Fields with My World.
Lee Fields.
Yeah, Lee Fields.
Look at that, signed to you and everything.
Lee Fields,
To me,
ladies and gentlemen, Lee
a
Fields.
good friend.
Good friend.
Yeah, I didn't know I was such good friends with Lee, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with him. Yeah.
He's awesome. He was awesome.
This, Lee had been making record, had been in the business, I guess, since he put out his first single in 1969, and he just never made it. He lives in New Jersey. Singles here and there that never really made it. I think an album or two here and there, but he kept doing clubs and things, and he's been married to the same woman since. Well, he's been with the same woman since the late 60s. He's married to her, like they're together today. They've been married, and she's stuck by him through all of this. Finally, in fucking 2009, he got together with like the Daptone guys, and they made a record with him, and it's just this fucking great 70s soul album with just like fucking classics on it, like Ladies.
Yeah.
Beautiful ladies, lovely ladies, and Honey Dove. Yeah, such a great record. When I first a coworker turned me onto this record, and I just listened to it, and I was like, playing that again. I'm playing that again. I'm playing that again. Yeah, easily my number one. Easily.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
As well. Really cool.
So there you go, Lee Fields for 2009.
Lee Fields, ladies and gentlemen, Lee Fields. Give it up for Lee Fields. When you see the show, well, when you saw the shows, Dap Kings were the band, and they were like, yeah, Lee Fields, everybody,
Right.
Lee Fields.
Well, they would do it like old Soul Review.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of times it would be Lee Fields and Charles Bradley on the same show,
Yeah.
and it would be the same backing band. And so they would come out, and the band would play an instrumental thing, and then they would have da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, everybody, get ready, everybody. All right, so Charles Bradley, and Charles Bradley comes out, and the band plays a whole set with Charles Bradley, and he's done, he's off, and then the band comes back out, same guys, does their instrumental thing, and then all right, everybody, get ready, and here comes Lee Fields. And Lee Fields comes out, and he does his whole set.
Yeah.
That's
But it was
terrific.
always so good.
They're
like
really
the
good.
musicianship was just fucking off the charts. Those guys as performers and as singers, it was just
Incredible.
Those were some fucking really good shows. Those were really good shows. Yeah.
And he was super nice when we met him at that weird bar in Brooklyn.
Yeah, well,
here we are.
there's a Lee Fields documentary that just came out, and they were doing a fundraiser at this bar where you show up and I don't remember. You pay for this and you pay for that.
Yeah, it was like $10 or something. It wasn't a lot of money.
It wasn't a lot of money, but Chris and I went. We have a Polaroid with them over there.
Yeah.
That was from that.
We'll show
And-
it here.
Yeah, show there. Polaroid, that's us with Lee Fields.
Yeah, it was super nice, and hardly anybody was there.
Hardly anybody was there.
was
Somehow
like-
they raised the money.
Yeah, it was like 10 of us there, and he was like, how you doing? Oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Signing autographs, like hugging, shaking hands, like he was running for office or something, but genuine, very genuine.
No,
and
he's a really
super
genuine
nice.
guy. I mean, because
Yeah.
I've met him a few times after shows, and there was one time I came up to him and I was talking to him. I said, because I had seen him, there was Southpaw.
Right.
Remember the
Oh,
club
yeah,
Southpaw in Brooklyn? I would go to see him there, and that was such a great club that just had all that vibe, and like there were such great Lee Fields shows there. And I remember talking to him one time after, like long after it had closed, and saying, "Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan for a while. I mean, I go back to like seeing you in the Southpaw days." And he's like, "Oh man, the Southpaw, that's such a good club." And we had this exchange, and then like 2 albums later, I meet him, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to meet Lee Fields. What am I going to say to him? And I thought, I'll bring up Southpaw because he's not going to remember. I'll just say the same shit to him. He won't remember. And I walk up and I go, "Oh, Lee, yeah, I'm a fan from way back. Yeah, I remember you from the Southpaw days." And blah, blah, blah. And I start saying the same shit. And he looks at me and goes, "Yeah, I remember you." And I'm like, "Oh shit, Lee Fields remembers me." Oh,
We already
hey.
talked
And I'm
about
like,
this shit.
One, Lee Fields remembers me, and 2, oh shit, now I look like an idiot because I'm recycling the same exact shit.
He's a righteous dude.
But yeah, no, but he's basically a guy. But whatever, the records are really, really fucking good, and he's still doing it. All right, well there you go. Maybe I have a Lee Fields commercial. I don't think I do.
Oh, that would be
I don't
good,
know.
though.
Let's see what we got.
Well, wake up. Sit down.
You don't have to be the mom of the Jonas Brothers to know that kids are always on the move.
Hurry up, you're gonna miss your bus.
whether at home or on the go.
Give me a break, Mom.
Give them the quick and nutritious, ready-to-eat meal that includes quality brands you know and love. Give them breakfast breaks.
Bye. See ya. Bye. Woo!
You're eating yours here, mister.
Well,
Okay.
all right.
Oh, yeah, we're back.
Okay.
We're back.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna hate 2009. Anybody hate 2009?
Oh, you know it. That's your new
Yeah.
All right. Well, who's heading first?
First.
I think I hate first, right?
I think you do.
It's
Yeah.
you,
Okay.
Tom.
You
Yes.
can have it. Go for it.
So this is another one of those years, 2009. I could have gone down the list of every album that came out and walked away with like 90% of them on my hate list.
Yeah.
I could have done that. I was like, you know what? Let's not bother. It's because I'm just going to be regurgitating a lot of the same shit. You know, fucking. 11th hour new metal bands, just fucking
12th hour.
12th hour.
hour.
It's like I'm just like, who cares? So what I went with was something that's just incredibly disappointing, and that would be Queensryche with American Soldier.
Queensryche.
Oh,
Queensryche?
Queensryche. Queensryche is a band that I love. Queensryche up into Empire. After Empire, I am done with Queensryche. And Queensryche is a band that somehow they just keep getting worse after that. It's not like they dramatically dropped in quality and they just stayed there. Like, it seemed like they just kept getting fucking worse album after album.
Same
The
band
Metallica
members?
school.
It's basically they took the Metallica approach. They just keep getting shittier.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, they're just Jeff Tate is completely running the show, and
Right.
they are just lost. They are absolutely lost. They don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They don't know fucking if they're coming or going. It's just garbage.
That's sad.
Yes, it's incredibly sad considering the incredible heights that they were once at in their glory
Silent
days.
lucidity.
And that's it. That's just that one.
Yeah, I only have that one.
That's your worst of the year.
That's my worst of the year. Like, I could have, like I was saying, I could have rattled off any number of dozens of shit albums from
Ad
this year.
infinitum, you could have.
But over to you, Crystal.
All right. Crystal. What year is this again? 2009.
Tell us what the worst is.
All right. Iron Maiden.
Oh,
Oh.
they had one then?
Judas Priest.
They had one then?
Jefferson Starship. The Pretenders.
These all had albums?
Yes, they did.
So are we talking about albums here?
Albums.
We're all late era.
Do we?
Yeah, I'm not even listing what they are because I'm still flabbergasted at the names I'm reading.
Oh,
The
okay.
Pretenders, Jefferson Starship. It's
Yeah, I think
2009.
Jefferson Starship is that, freedom something or
Whatever
other
the
with
fuck.
fucking,
I mean, give me a break.
yeah.
And then we have Scarlett Johansson's debut album.
Oh.
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, I didn't know she sang.
Yeah, neither did she.
Oh.
Apparently, she sang when she was a little girl, wherever the fuck she's from, and then put this record out and. Bupkis. Then we got Clay Aiken.
Oh shit.
On My Way Here.
Talk about a name that is from that moment
That
in
moment.
time.
One of
Clay
the many
Aiken.
American Idol alums, right?
Yes. But what's beautiful about Clay Aiken is that he lost to that big fat black guy that year whose name I can't remember.
Studdard.
Thank you, Ruben Studdard. And they became best friends and they tour together
Aw,
all the time. It's the cutest thing.
that's adorable.
I love it. It's adorable.
You like to see a buddy comedy like that.
It's nice.
They solve mysteries and fight crime,
They
right?
do in a van.
Excellent.
With a dog named
Well, they don't fight
Scooby-Doo.
musical crimes clearly, but
Oh.
Aye!
clearly.
Now that's comedy. All right, and then I'm back to the list of terrible names.
Oh.
Death Cab for Cutie, Less Than Jake, Dr. Dog, Taproot, Deer and the Headlights, DEAR and the Headlights, and Hey Monday.
Dr. Dog.
Dr. Dog.
My dentist's name is Dr. Daw.
Dr. Dog. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then there's Lil Wayne put out some garbage, and Oasis put out some shit. Oasis is my number one garbage.
Oasis.
Always.
Oh shit. This brings up something.
Uh-oh.
Their name has been uttered, and I have done. See, I had decided a while back that I was going to place Oasis in this category of like not even mentioning them. Like I'm not even gonna fucking
Totally
mention them and
ignoring
say I
them.
don't like them. I'm not gonna put any of their albums on the list. I'm not gonna do this. That's how I'm gonna treat Oasis. They're not gonna even get a fucking mention. Well, they just got a mention.
Whoops. Sorry, Paul.
No, it's okay. It's perfectly okay.
That's my worst.
I can
Oasis.
explain 2 of those names, by the way, that you rattled off.
Do it.
Death Cab for Cutie.
Yeah.
I believe that was the name of a song by Bonzo
Dog
Doodah
Band, really?
Yeah.
That figures.
from, was it Magical Mystery Tour?
Yes.
Yes. And Less Than Jake is a band from Southwest Florida.
Uh-oh.
I will spare a long rant about Less Than Jake, but I can tell you where the name comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So the drummer Vinny, the family had a dog named Jake, and he always used to complain when he was a kid that he would always get less than Jake, because Jake the dog would get spoiled and he'd get
More
all
than he
sorts of
did.
special foods and treats, and I always get less than Jake.
Really?
That's what the name is from.
That's sad. Okay.
Told to me by his parents.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're very welcome.
Now we
Appreciate that.
know. Now
we
you
know.
know. That's some insider info right
That's
there.
right. Yeah. Wowza.
The more you know.
Bring.
Okay, El. So your worst of the year, was it?
Oasis.
Oasis, okay.
Yeah.
So now I think
Oasis
we're
is
over
worst
to
of the-
you.
Okay.
Anything
Well.
Oasis.
What do I have for 2009? Whatever it is not fine.
What
All
you
right.
got?
Okay. All right. Hoobastank with For Never. Oh.
Why would you even use that?
Yeah,
name?
I mean, this is their 4th album. Somehow I've overlooked them for the worst of this up till now, and an awful vision came to me this morning where I thought of Stained and Hoobastank coming together as Hoobastank.
Stained. Oh.
Hoobastank. I don't know why this came to my head, but it was troublesome.
Yikes.
And it goes without saying.
Anything but Hoobastank. What a terrible name.
Of course, come on. Train was Save Me San Francisco because this is the album that boasts Hey Soul Sister. I mean, Train in general, I mean, of course, but...
Mister on the radio. See, that's what infuriates me even more, is that it's an earworm that I can sing. I hate it.
But it's not a good one.
But it's not. It's a terrible earworm.
Ugh.
Obviously.
But my worst of the year.
Yes.
My worst of the year. Let me a second. I have to adjust my notes. My worst of the year. Zebrahead with an album called Panty Raid.
Oh no.
Anybody know Zebrahead?
No.
Well, okay, I have notes here. Punk band Zebrahead doing an all-ironic covers album of female pop artists. Has that pop punk by committee early 2000 sound, trying to be edgy and punk, but sounds so antiseptic and overproduced. Sounds like TV commercial pop punk, basically. Some tracks. They do a cover of Survivor by Destiny's Child. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Beautiful by Christina Aguilera. Girlfriend, Avril Lavigne. Jenny from the Block. Rehab. Spice Up Your Life by the Spice Girls. Oops, I Did It Again. Get the Party Started. And my condolences. My condolences,
Don't
Tommy.
fucking do it. Don't you do it.
Mickey by Tony Basil.
What?
But
Fuck
wait,
these
there's
guys.
more. But wait, there's more.
Fuck these guys
There's
so
a
hard.
bonus track version on
goody.
which they also do. I'm sorry again, Tommy. All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Come on.
you.
Whoa.
And Wannabe by Spice Girls.
What?
Fuck you for even mentioning these assholes.
Wow.
Well, you can see why this is my worst of the year.
What are they called again?
The band is Zebrahead and the album is
Zebrahead.
Panty Raid.
Well, I'm sure that those cover versions are done very disrespectfully.
Well, I mean, they named it Panty Raid because
Yes,
it's all
Panty
female
Raid and it's all
covers.
female. Yes, yeah.
Come on.
There's a lot to unpack here.
That is some low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys.
So there you go. That's my worst of the year. And I was last, so okay, all right.
Boo.
Boo.
Let's see if I can conjure up some commercials now. Here we go.
Rascal
Rascal Flatts 2009 Bob That Head Tour. The unbelievable live show. Rascal Flatts. With special guest Jessica Simpson. Saturday, January 24th at North Charleston Coliseum. Rascal Flatts. Tickets are on sale now. Rascal Flatts. Produced by Live Nation.
All right. Okay, we're back. And I guess it's time to get out of here, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Time to leave 2009 behind.
Yeah, but before we do, of course,
we have
finish
photo time!
All right, so here we have Crystal in 2009. She says, "This is me in Berlin with a piece of the Berlin Wall that I wrote my name on, of course. After meeting a guy I met on a dating site, I bought an open ticket and wound up living there for almost a year with him, and I stayed with a friend of a friend, Lalon. He was a really great guy, born in East Berlin. He had a lot of stories to tell, and he took me all over Berlin. Not one pebble unturned. Lots of adventures, including 2 car accidents I caused because of guys staring at me. No joke. Amazing time. All right, and here I am in 2009 with my prom date, Patty Duke." I'm just kidding, it's not really the prom, but that is Patty Duke. And this was at a fundraiser event called Sparkle, Patty Sparkle, where they were showing Valley of the Dolls. And Patty Duke herself showed up, and they did a Q&A, and Bruce Valanche interviewed her and the whole thing. And I had an opportunity to meet her before the Q&A and the screening. And this was just really just an amazing thing. I've loved Patty Duke so much for so long, and I never would have thought in a million years that I would ever get to meet her. I mean, when I see this photo, I just can't believe what I'm seeing. And this was really quite a day because I had to skip out during the movie. Luckily, my chance to meet her and the Q&A and everything was before the film because I had to leave during the film because I was going to see Blue Oyster Cult. I went and saw Blue Oyster Cult that night, after which I had a chance to meet Rudy Sarzo because he was their bassist at the time. Man, that was a crazy day. And here's Tommy in 2009, and he says, "Here I am at a recording studio called The Maid's Room on Clinton Street on the Lower East Side. Me and the lead guitarist Kyle drove up to New York City early in 2009 just to mix the Bad Magistrate album. I was so obsessed with keeping it all analog that we used plate reverbs, tape delays, and actually sequenced the final mixed album using the old razor blades and tape method." There you go, that is Crystal and me and Tommy in 2009. All right, that's us in 2009.
Weird.
And, we're going to get out of here now.
Ooh, should we spoil the surprise though for next week?
Oh yeah,
because there's going to be an assumption.
We probably should because there's going to be some shit next week.
There's going to be an assumption of what's happening.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, you guys, you just assume we're going to come in here and do 2010 next week, right?
You'd be wrong.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, people, just
come on.
Really. Do you really take it? Is that what you take us for? The kind of people who just come right in after 2009 and do 2010? Mm-hmm. You're wrong.
We're just going to do 2010 like a bunch of assholes?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Come on.
We're going to take a break for 1 week between decades. We've just ended the 2000s. So next week we are going to rank the Led Zeppelin albums. Yes. And you can actually hear us talk about some music that we have some passion for.
Yes.
A change, huh? Right?
That's the best kind of break.
We're doing this for us.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a cleanse.
This next episode is for us.
Yeah. And some of you out there, maybe a lot of you out there.
Then the following week we will be back with 2010 and we will go into the teens and
do all that.
Yes.
But
all right.
Next week,
Led Zeppelin. Ranking the Led Zeppelin album.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, everybody. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you do...
Please do. When you do, you ring the bell.
Yeah, like that. And you like and you subscribe and you go down to the links below and you check out Tommy's channel and Crystal's podcast and my other channel and all that other shit. And you also come back next week because you want to see us talk about Led Zeppelin albums. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Finish photo time!
Yeah. Vintage photo time.
We have vintage photo time.
We have.
All right.
Of course you do.
I'll send pictures of all that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We are back. And what are we doing?
2009.
I know that. I just don't know where we are.
Okay. You're supposed to scare us some shit you might have enjoyed.
Okay. I completely lost.
Yeah.
Okay. That I'm gonna redo that one. Usually I'll leave those fuck ups in, but that wasn't an entertaining one. That was just sort of
cut it out. Cut that shit, man. Cut it. Fucking cutting room floor.
All right.
You're radioactive. You're very selective.
2009 is what we need. It's so groovy indeed.
God.
We've got many songs on our albums on our list. And songs too, but there are songs on the albums.
Oh, my memory only works for this stuff.
3, 2, 1. All right! Welcome back to As It Should Be, Paul Berliner. Let's do that again. Okay. Oh, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Well, all right!